In a quiet village nestled between rolling green hills and a silver-threaded river, there stood an old windmill. It was tall and proud, its sails creaking steadily in the breeze, turning grain into flour day and night. The miller who owned it, Master Wilhelm, was just as proud, though in a different way. Wilhelm was not a man of many words, but he carried himself with an air of quiet superiority. His clothes were simple, yet always neat. His boots were polished, his beard trimmed, and his voice carried weight in village meetings. But it wasn't these things that earned him his reputation, it was the mill. Built by his grandfather, the windmill had been passed down through 3 generations. It was the largest and most efficient mill in the region, and Wilhelm kept it in immaculate condition. He often said, "A man is only as fine as the work he leaves behind," and he believed his mill was the finest of all. Every day, farmers came from miles around with sacks of grain, and every evening they left with flour, praising Wilhelm's craft. The baker, the brewer, and the villagers all depended on the miller's work, and Wilhelm knew it. One spring, a traveler arrived in the village, a stooped old man with a crooked walking stick and a satchel of curious tools. He called himself Elias and asked if he might examine the windmill. "I study mills across the land," he explained. "Each has its secrets." Wilhelm chuckled. "This mill holds no secrets. Its excellence lies in discipline and precision, not mystery." Still, he allowed the stranger to look. For 3 days, Elias circled the windmill, studying its gears, its blades, even the grains it milled. He asked strange questions. Why did the mill tilt ever so slightly to the east? Did Wilhelm ever oil the gears before dawn? What did he do on windless days? Wilhelm grew irritated. "I've run this mill for 30 years, man, my father before me, and his before him. We need no advice from a stick-wielding wanderer." Elias simply nodded. "Forgive me, Master Miller. I meant no offense, but if I may offer one observation, your sails are not balanced. The wind has shifted in this valley. You lose more energy than you realize." Wilhelm dismissed him with a wave, though the words lingered in his mind. Weeks passed. The wind grew fickler that year. The mill groaned more than it turned, some grain spoiled while waiting. The villagers whispered, "Perhaps it is age catching up, or perhaps the traveler was right." Still, Wilhelm refused to adjust the sails. He believed it a matter of pride. His way had always worked. Then one day, a storm swept through the hills. Lightning forked across the sky, and a mighty gust tore through the valley. In the morning, the villagers found the mill's sails shattered and the top half of the tower split. Wilhelm stood among the wreckage, heart heavy. "She was built strong," he said, "but I would not let her change." Elias returned days later, as if summoned by the wind itself. "I am sorry," he said gently, "but perhaps now you'll let me help." And so, together, they rebuilt. The new sails were lighter, angled to catch the changing wind. The gears were replaced with stronger ones, designed with lessons from far-off places. The mill was not as it had been, but it was better. Wilhelm worked alongside Elias until the day the traveler moved on. And from that day forward, the mill turned smoother, quieter, prouder. So did Wilhelm. He remained a proud man, but no longer proud of what had always been. He was proud of what could be built when tradition met wisdom, and pride bowed, just a little, to change.